Go ahead and get started. Questions for Coach Rob.
Separating the game into the pre-2 yellow cards and post-2 yellow cards, what did you like from each section, and what did you think needs to be improved?
And the pre-2 yellow cards was relatively quick. I thought the game was looking like how we thought it might be from the planning standpoint. We looked like we were in a positive way. And then after that, I think at times we can maybe manage the tempo a little bit better, or really kind of dictate our way and the way we would like to play. But I mean, look, I'm happy that the guys put a performance together that they can, I think, be proud of and something to build on. You know, winning's important, and right now, hopefully that puts them in a good way. You have the game against Pachuca, and then you have that moment, and I think it's a positive performance and one they should be proud of.
Rob, Joe Patrick with 99 the game. It's been a while, so good. Congratulations on the win. And what do you make of Rocco Rios Novo obviously getting his MLS debut? Just what do you think of him in goal?
It's great. I mean, he gets a clean sheet in his first game. I hope they all stay like that. That'd be nice for him. He was comfortable. He looked in control. He didn't look like he had a ton to do. What he had to do, he did. And you know, we've known Rocco and the kid and his personality and what he is. He brings a lot to the group, and you know, he doesn't show any bit of his age. And I'm very happy for him that he gets the performance that he got and then he gets the clean sheet.
And speaking of his age, you know, he's just one of several guys back there. Caleb Wiley, George Campbell, even Franco Ibarra are 21 years of age or less. How impressive is it for you to see those guys go in, step into that kind of game and just, you know, play the way that they did?
It's great. I mean, I think sometimes we sit there and we think about what you were doing at that age. Like I think about it like that. Like they're miles ahead of where I was maturity-wise, and you know, in their own careers in general. So sometimes, like, I think, you know, myself and I won't speak for everybody else, but it's just like you have to sit back and go, well, hold on, these kids are young and they're in a pro environment, and now they have to perform, but you know, they're mature in their own ways, and I think it's really good to see that we have youth that is actually putting together performances and can play at this level, and they're showing that. And when they get their opportunities, they take them and do well with them. So I'm pleased for all those guys and the whole team.
Go ahead, John.
Rob, what was it like to have a match where Atlanta United, yes, you were up a man, but it was a match where Atlanta United was in control? What was it like to be in a match like this from beginning to end, where the pressure was there for Atlanta United, which created opportunities and created goals, but it seemed like Atlanta United was in control the entire time?
I don't know. I think for me, I never felt all the way in control. You know, I think sometimes maybe that's our way, that we like to have that little bit of chaos and we open things up and we get in on people in transition. But yeah, I felt like there was some moments where we could control the game, and I don't know. I think that it's a good feeling that the players feel comfortable, especially in possession, and that they feel that they can dictate the tempo in that way. And I mean, there's a lot of ways that we still need to go in that process, but I think for me, it's important that we put together a pretty good performance and something to build on, whether it's 10 men or 11 men. Like, you have to go out and you have to win the game, and especially here, we stress about, you know, making sure that we pay the fans back. They pay their hard-earned money to come and watch us, and we want to make sure that we always, every time we step in here, we put a performance together and put victories together for them.
Go ahead,
Carolina Rodriguez para La Mejor Atlanta. Well, I don't know if anybody of you is fathers, so happy Father's Day, first of all. Is there any concern with Luis Araujo? I saw that he had 2 kinetic tape, if that's what it's called, and I was just a little bit concerned about that.
Nope, and he's all good.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, if you could just talk a little bit about the connection between Araujo and Joseph that seems to be developing. We just assisted on each other's goals.
Yeah.
They were looking for each other in space.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, it takes time sometimes. We think we have a little bit of a stop-start to Joseph's season. You know, he's had the things he went through with his knee, and now he's coming back into a rhythm. And I think you see that. Well, obviously Luis was out for a little bit with his injury, and you know, as we get to training and you get more time together, and I think that kind of stuff matters when you get a lot of time on the field together and you really work together. How does your connection improve? And sometimes it's about drills together. Sometimes it's just about being on the same teams together. You know, and I think that, you know, you can see it starting to form, and that goes for a lot of the group, that no matter who steps in, that they feel comfortable with each other, and they can kind of, without being a robot, they can connect and they can kind of know, oh, this guy's around the corner and I can combine with them, and I think you're starting to see little bits like that.
Locker room is open for Joe and Doug.
I was going to ask you a similar question, but about Ronaldo Cisneros on the left side. How do you, as a coach, like to see he and Joseph playing together? Because it seems like Joseph nowadays wants to drop in a little bit more, and Cisneros kind of keeps that forward pressure on the back line.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ronaldo's a great kid, and he's shown that he can play in multiple positions, which I think will make him more attractive to keep getting him on the field and getting him in good positions to help the team. And I think that, you know, Joseph is you know, looking at those guys to help bring more to the group, and he's demanding, and I think he's doing it in the right way. And they look to him, you know, especially a guy like Ronaldo who's come to this league, and he looks at Joseph at this club. I can see that he's kind of looking up to him in that moment, and I think it's good. I mean, Gonzalo is very clear in what he wants from the players, and I think you can also see that as well, that they are trying to carry through everything he's asked of them.
Last one for me, is it a confidence boost that, at least in this game, no set piece goals allowed? If there were, you know, 5-second switch offs, they weren't punished, especially going into these next 3 road games at places where the team hasn't really gotten a lot of results.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think set pieces have been a thing that we spoke about, and you know, look at George Campbell. He gets the header, and then we go in transition, and you see numbers going forward like that. I didn't even expect. We stressed about it. We always talk about these things, but again, these are things we worked on in training, so it's good to see them come through. But yeah, I think it was the moments where I would say switched off, or whatever word you want to use. It was few and far between, and it could always improve. But I don't want to take away from what they did, and getting the win is important for them.
Sam?
Just wanted to ask real quick, why did Emerson get the start today over Mateus?
Over.
Mateus?
Oh, I mean, for me, it was just a thing like Gonzalo, I think, told you guys earlier, like, Mateus had some heavy legs, and I think with all the games that are coming up, we need to be mindful. We need the whole group, and, you know, I think it's important to get Emerson some rhythm. You saw him against Pachuca, and I think that over training time, it's important that we have, one, competition, but we also have people that can fill in, and they've got rhythm in the game. Emerson was out for a long time, and I think it's just kind of a testament to the group. Whether it's Mateus, whether it's Emerson, like, it can change and it can move, and there's nothing else really between that. But that's kind of the reason.
John, before you go, just a reminder, locker room's open, guys will be leaving soon, so Joe, John, go ahead.
One more for me, Rob. Just the idea of, I know a lot of the focus on the front 4 is their offensive output, but at the same time, they backtrack a lot and help things out defensively. I mean, Luis is all over the place, working his way all the way to the back to help out defensively. You see Joseph do that. What's it like to see that, I think, underreported aspect of their game, where it's integral to what Atlanta United's doing?
Yeah, I mean, thanks for that. Like, that's a great way to put it. It's not really talked about a lot, and I think that we talk about them in attack, and you know, Gonzalo stresses to the group, and we all try to kind of continue to push that message through that we need everybody, and that's both sides of the ball, and we can't just always have attackers attacking and defenders defending, and there's both sides to it. So they're the start of our press, and they're the start of our attack, and if we went up there, we go, but also they know that they have a role and responsibility to get back, and I think guys know it both ways, and it's good to see, you're starting to see things starting to form, I think, and that comes down to relationships, comes down to the way we train, and what we ask of each other, so that is a positive aspect.
Do you feel like the press is a little more effective with simply, or Thiago out of the lineup and Mateus in the lineup, Marcy in the lineup? Do you think the press is more effective, I guess, essentially with Cisneros and that group?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say, I think Thiago does great in it. I think that the way we press and it's an opportunity to go and score, and we try to use it as such. I think we've created some opportunities like that, and that's what we want to continue, because that's the reward for the attackers. Yeah, we're asking you to do this work, but it's for these reasons, because you can win the ball high up and you can go and create a chance. Whether it's Thiago and Ronaldo, for me, it's the same message with everybody. How can we go and help? I don't think it changes any person there.
Back here on the right.
One last question. I believe you already talked about Rocco, but I was just curious. Are you planning to keep him as the goalie? I mean, sometimes he's good at what he's doing, right? But sometimes we suffer when he goes all the way to the midfield. I guess he's sure about what he's doing, but it's just a little bit of concern.
You're concerned?
Yes, when I see him all the way in the midfield, yes, I am. I think he's too young, and so I was just wondering if you're going to keep him as like the main goalie, or are you going back to Bobby?
I mean, for me, these are decisions that we make as a staff from week to week, but Rocco did great in his debut. With the way he plays, with confidence, he's secure in what he can do, and the group is secure with Rocco. So whether it's Rocco, whether it's Bobby, whether it's another player, like, they all have different attributes, and we don't ask everybody to play the same way because they have different things they bring to the group. But for for whatever age he is, he's got something about him and his character that he's brave, and that's what we love about him. So for me, it didn't matter the age. Rocco was brave tonight, and we're happy for him.
Sandy?
Rob, Gonzalo called this a key moment in Atlanta United season. You guys are about to go on a 3-match road trip. How important was getting this performance, getting this win today?
Yeah, it was really important. We stressed about it throughout the time off, and we had a lot of time to think about what is going on in the season, what we're doing right, what we need to continue, what we need to kind of change to be better. And we also then, coming into this game, thought, like Gonzalo said, this is a key moment to kind of hopefully put a new opportunity forward and go in the next part of the season with some momentum. And I think this helps. We're not there, and that's what we can't get carried away with. It's been one game, and now we're back playing, 2 with the Pachuca game, sorry. But, we're happy with it, and I think it's important to enjoy it, but it's important to be smart and not get carried away with ourselves and make sure that we do kick on and have some momentum now, because I think this is a different group now. I think no matter what we've been through, the adversity we've been through, and in some of the good moments, it's a little bit different, and I think this next part of the season is going to be different in a good way for us.
We'll end it there. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Pictures.